Greetings, my name is Oyvind, I'm from Norway, and this is a video review of the full semester 2009 where I spent my time at Sophia University in Tokyo, Japan. The Japanese name of Sophia University is Jochi, and it's quite a famous educational facility here in Japan, although for reasons to be explained I cannot understand why. I'm on the master's level, so I don't know, like upper intermediate, lower advanced Japanese proficiency, and my purpose for coming to Japan this time, this is my third time here, the purpose was to do research into cohesion in Japanese, i.e. the stuff that goes on between sentences in a text. For this reason I was recommended Sophia because, I quote, they have an excellent linguistics program. You would probably benefit greatly from going there. So we applied. I say we because I come here with a friend who studies folk religion, and we went through the application process without any plunder. It's a standard form, and you also get you get a list of classes that are normally available, and you basically just write down, okay, this and this and this looks interesting, and you are asked if you want to stay at their dorms or if you want to stay somewhere on your own. If you have little to no knowledge of the Japanese language, you cannot rent a place in Japan. You need forms and forms and forms and bureaucratic processing, and it takes a lot of time and effort, even for me who studied Japanese for about 5 years now, to just endure all the crap that you need to go through to get a place on your own. Pricing is about the same if you live in a dorm or if you live on your own, but well, you get the freedom benefit from being alone, whilst you have other people in the same situation as you, so you don't feel lonely if you're in the dorm. So it's pretty much up to you, I guess. When the semester started in September, there were some shall we say difficulties from the get-go. The linguistics classes that I wanted to take were not available on the Sophia's Loyola webpage. It's like class fronter, or it's a electronic page where you register for classes, look at your grades, send and receive information, etc. When I went to the information to ask why, I was told that the teacher who did all these classes, he suddenly decided to go on hiatus. So he was probably, I think, if I remember correctly, he was in Brazil, and they had neglected to mention this to anyone. So, like, oops, you don't get to do the things you came here to do. Sorry. Also, we need you to take an obligatory Japanese placement test, and also an obligatory Japanese class, which will be chosen for you based on the outcome of the placement test. This was not really why I came here, so I did some angry mailing back and forth with my university, and the outcome was basically, we understand that this sucks, but try to endure. Which is, in heart, a Japanese way of thinking of things. Okay, I guess I can endure, or so I thought. So I signed up for a bunch of classes. I initially signed up for 20 credits. The maximum amount you can do is 24, and the least amount that you have to take is 10 or 12. I forget. One class usually counts as 2 or 4 credits, and classes are being conducted twice a week, usually. Now, the contents of these classes are not really what you would expect from a well thought of educational institution. The teachers in Japan are, by European or American standards, um, lacking when it comes to the understanding of how people learn. Um, the Japanese student is highly skilled in Anki, which is basically memorizing stuff and then just puking it out on the paper again when there's a test. However, understanding of how things happen and why they happen, thus being able to explain something with other words than what your teacher used, is not their strong side. Um, so basically, what we were asked to do, regardless of class, was listen, take notes, and then write the exact same thing on a test that came about every other week. This was the same in Japanese class, history class, introduction to psycholinguistics class, and Chinese, which I was initially rejected from, but managed to get into because I was stubborn. Also, because there was no other interesting classes. Um, so I I endured for a while, but come midterms, I handed in all my midterms, but I also handed in a single sheet of paper explaining why I would not be attending the classes anymore, except for a couple of them which I actually found a small amount of joy in. Uh, there was some ruckus, but after all, I came here with my own money, and well, they can't make me do anything here, so they couldn't refuse. So the thing I've been doing from midterms up until this point in time is going to 3 classes out of the original 9, and using the Sophia library. The library here is excellent. It has a lot of rare books and it has a good environment. But as I've explained, it's pretty much the only good thing about about the university. I cannot really emphasize this enough that for any other reason than if you're a complete novice in Japanese and just need a place to be while coming to terms with the language, I cannot recommend Sophia to anyone. I've I've tried to look at it rationally over and over again, and um, I just can't. I'm actually going home 6 months early because, in quite frank terms, the whole system that they have there over there is not even elementary school worthy. I, I, I'm in a lack of words. So, in conclusion, if you were thinking about going to Sophia University but have time to do some more thinking, please take that time and look for another school. A friend of mine goes to Keio University and he's very satisfied. And I also have friends at Yokohama University and also at Waseda who are overall pleased with their experience. Of the people I know at Sophia who are exchange students from, well, Great Britain, America, actually Hawaii, Germany, there are very, very few that can say that they're pleased with Sophia. Okay, That's all. Bye.